All right, what is going on, everybody? So we have the first patch notes for the first update for Marathon. So for item economy, they increased the number of med cabinets and munition crates that can spawn on perimeter. There was a lot of complaints about ammo and heals being rare on the maps themselves. This should help with that. Now, they also increase the amount of starting ammo in the free sponsored kits, as well as they reduce the frequency that the UESC Grenadiers will drop EMP grenades. For combat, they fixed an issue where players could sometimes die instantly in confinement events, fixed an issue where the shield break screen effects could constantly play, and you had a heal over time effect and a damage over time effect at the same time. They also increased the range gunfire and explosions can be heard from. So if you have shots that are a little further away from the map now, you should be able to hear those and go and push that team. Now, for weapons, thermal scopes have a massive range nerf. So they reduce visual clarity on targets with thermal scopes. And for each weapon, so for pistols, they reduce the distance where you can see someone from 55 meters to 40. For rifles, LMGs, and SMGs, it is 60 meters, and that went down from 65. For precision rifles, it is now 80 meters, and originally it was 100. And the biggest one is snipers. They reduced the range on the thermal by 80 meters. It went from 180 and it is now going to be 100. For overrun, they increased default ammo capacity by 5. For runners, we have Rook. They fixed an issue where backpacks could be deleted when exfilling with Rook. They also fixed an issue where Rook's position was not being displayed on the map screen. Increased SIAC reputation gain from exfilling with Rook. Rook will now have the same faction reputation bonus for exfilling that solo players receive. As well as Rook's WSTR shotgun will now spawn as compromised. Compromised items require use of matter fixative during the run to exfil with the item. That way, once a Rook does bring in shotgun, it sounds just like, a free shot. You got to actually have the matter fixative to actually exfil with it. For UESC, they did nerf the UESC. Now, they reduced health of most UESC enemies and shield HP of UESC bosses by a small amount. Now, the developers did note with this change, we hope to alleviate some of the resource burden in both solos and crews when it comes to engaging UESC combat. When you play solo, obviously anytime you engage UESC is a little brutal just because you're already very limited on resources, but their goal here is to allow your bullets and meds to go further without reducing too much of the UESC's bite. We see the feedback loud and clear that players appreciate the friction that our UESC combatants provide, and they have no plans to change that direction. So don't worry, the UESC are still going to be pretty strong. They just reduced the health of them and the shield of a lot of the bosses just because it could take a little bit to kill them, especially when you are solo. Now, if you're doing contracts, they did increase the default distance objective nav points to appear from 10 meters to 20. So if you're looking for a location for your contract, you can't find it, and then you finally get close to it, and then it shows you where it is in the area. This should help a little bit more with actually finding where you need to be in that designated area where your contract is sending you. For the introducing nucleoric contract, they fixed an issue where the enemy crews could not receive nucal contract via audio and subtitles from a long distance away. For the introducing Traxxas contract, they reduced the difficulty of the UESC commander encounter. For zones, we have outposts. They temporarily disabled switches access route to the broken wing on outpost. So they are making some tweaks to this on outpost, so that's why it is going to be disabled at the moment. For the rewards pass and store, they fixed an issue where soak balances were not updating correctly without restarting the game. They fixed an issue where bundle prices could be displayed incorrectly. Fixed an issue where cosmetic items might be incorrectly say savings when they are full price. And they increased the Lux bundle from 1,000 plus 100 to 1,000 plus 120. For stability, they fixed a rare issue that would cause dedicated server crashes. They also fixed several issues that could cause client crashes. And under general, they fixed an issue where doors would lock, preventing players from finishing the new player intro mission. They updated the description of the perimeter beginner on the zone select screen. They also fixed a bug where the text chat window could get stuck open. They fixed a crash that could sometimes occur when attempting to use an IME keyboard. They also fixed a crash that sometimes have occurred when typing quickly with an IME keyboard. And players will no longer see an extended black screen during the map load sequence. Let me know your thoughts on these patch notes in the comments down below. UESC is getting nerfed. Thermal's getting nerfed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all back here in the next one. Peace.